and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds. We sit in the sun, in waves, we sleep, and we dream. Each of us dying slowly, the prison of our minds.
Consume us all. Consume us all.
So many people are willing to learn how to trade stocks, but are simply just unsuccessful at it. It's not that you're a bad trader. I'm up $953, $879, $1,300. When people come up to me and they say, Dek, I'm just not a good stock trader, it's a whole bunch of baloney. Oh my goodness, I just made $30,000. You guys want to see a show today? 20 grand in a day so far. You know why I make so much money shorting? Because the answers are given to me. $37,000. We're currently up 23,000, 24,000 right now. Let's go! This is high risk, high reward. Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm going for $100,000 today. $100,000 month coming its way, baby. You may not know everything, but all of a sudden, it's gonna click. $30,817 in the market today. Oh my goodness, guys. Welcome to the stock market.
Oh God, he's coming back. Get out of here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Whew. It is bright and early. Absolutely beautiful on this November morning. I look outside and it's crisp. It's like that nice winter / summer / fall air just hitting you right in the chest. You breathe in and it goes right up your nostrils, down your esophagus, and into, again, your lower lumbar. It's one of those days that you just feel great to be alive. I'm excited. I'm motivated. I'm jacked up on this day because it's an exciting time. It is a very exciting time. We have Michael Burry, Mr. 2008, Mr. Down Goes the Chimney, Mr. Housing Market Drop. He has now shorted what he believes is the AI bubble. I want to talk to you guys about this in full detail. I want to go over every single inch, every single nook and cranny about this man, about his short position, not him as a person, but this short position. I want to go over absolutely everything, make sure that you guys are understanding it. So we got a good day. All set on up, ready to make this money. And let's really just dive right on in. Before I go any farther, though, guys, I do ask one thing. What is that one thing? Smash that thumbs on up. Subscribe to the channel. Tonight, I am going to be putting out a brand new part 2 lesson. I don't know if you guys saw the brand new lesson of part 1 of the boot camp. Just giving away all the secrets. Not charging anyone. Don't want to do any of that stuff. Just giving away all the secrets. If you guys have not watched part 1, make sure you guys go do that. Part 2, going to be a game changer for you. Get ready, 8 o'clock tonight. So how about we just get into the good stuff? Right? You guys smash that thumbs on up. Let's get into the good stuff and let's go over absolutely everything that you guys truly need to know about this short position that Michael Burry is first starting on off. Now, first things first, and I know this is going to be a little elementary here, but who is Michael Burry? For anyone who does not know, if you have ever seen the movie The Big Short, this is who the movie was named after. This was the man who called The Big Short. Now, what was The Big Short? The Big Short was back in 2008. 2008 when the housing market dropped, when the housing market collapsed. So this man predicted that that was going to happen. He knew that, hey, you know what? We are going to see the housing market drop. Banks don't have any of this money. People are taking out mortgages they can't afford. We are going to have a massive, again, increase on foreclosures. And he was able to predict this, and he made billions of dollars. Yes, with a B, not millions. He is a billionaire. So when people, or when someone sees him, let's say, announce a short position, people usually take it serious. Now, I think Michael Burry is a genius. I really do. I think he is a very smart man. He knows exactly what he's talking about. There's only one thing I think he does wrong. And it's not even wrong. It's just he gets in, I think, a little too early before it happens. You know, like 2000, he started shorting not in 2008. He started shorting, I think, late 2006, 2007. And he actually went into some pretty deep losses before we got the big drop in 2008. Well, again, let's understand something. It's hard to predict. Right now I could tell you, I don't believe we are in the AI bubble just yet. I don't think we're in the AI bubble just yet, but I could see us getting to the AI bubble. Right? Let me ask you guys this question at this moment. Let's start it very easy. Let's start this very simple. Who here believes right now we are in the AI bubble? I don't think we are yet. I think it is 1999 of the dot-com bubble, which started happening when? Late 2000, 2001. I do think we have about another year and a half before we do get that big drop. A year and a half before we do get that sell-off. There's a few things that I want you guys to be aware of that I don't believe over the next 12 months that the market's going to fall. Number one is that there has never been a time in history, never, that when we have cut rates within 2% of record highs, the next 12 months have been in the red. Never in history. And we've had about 15 different times that this has happened. Over the next 12 months, statistically speaking, it has always been green. Whenever we cut rates, which Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve is doing right now, when we are less than 2% away from record highs, the trailing 12 months are always green, 100% of the time, so far from our historical data. I do believe that the bubble is coming. I do believe things are getting extremely overbought, but I don't think it's going to be happening in 2026. Also, on top of that, in 2026, as we know, we have another rate cut in December, and then they're turning on the printing machines. Jerome Powell goes, brrr. This is when we're going to have the lowest interest rates. This is when we are going to be flooding the markets with more money. This is when people are going to be spending, as again, you have lower mortgages, as you have lower credit card debt, you guys, or interest rates, you guys are going to be able to spend more for cheaper. It's very hard for a stock market to drop and collapse. Well, number one, we have all this historical data telling us that we shouldn't. And number two, when we are cutting rates on down to the lowest point that they have been in the last 3 years, it's really tough for a market not to stay stimulated, for people to be spending money when money's cheap. So do I think Michael Burry is correct with this prediction? I do think he is, 100%. But I do think it is still just a little bit too early. Now, Dek, why do people think that we're in the AI bubble? This is exactly why, okay? I'm not here to give you guys any fluff. I'm not here to waste your guys' time. I just want to give you the answers. Everyone just do this right now. Go back over towards a monthly chart. When you take a look at a monthly chart, this is going to represent every single candle is going to be 1 month. So if I take a look over on the S&P 500, for instance, the S&P 500 is showing me all the way back down to 2009. And 2009 all the way up to 2025, S&P 500 usually goes up. The thing is, it is way easier to predict S&P 500 is going to go up than the S&P 500 is going to go down. We have very, very small chances of being able to nail a drop, being able to nail a short, because they're so little and they usually don't happen. So if we wanted to take a look at this, when were there drops on the S&P 500? Well, we do have a nice drop, as you guys could see, in 2018. What happened? We raised interest rates. We had a nice drop back in 2021. We all remember what happened there when we had to walk around with masks and all that good stuff. We remember back in 2022, we raised interest rates once again. That led to a very nice drop. And really, we also had a nice drop in 2025 this year after we had the tariff fear. We didn't know what was going to happen and the uncertainty with tariffs. So if we wanted to break this on down, we do have tariffs we do have a drop in 2018. We have a drop in 2021. That's a 3-year difference. We have a drop in 2019. We have a drop in 2020. Then we have a drop in 2022, and we have a drop in 2025. At this time, we usually get a drop. It seems like every 2 to 2.5 years, we get some sort of pullback. We get some sort of fade. We get some sort of retracement. And the reason why we don't get pullbacks very often is, let's remember something here. The majority of you guys are United States citizens. Some of you guys are probably from Canada. Some of you guys might be from Europe or somewhere else in the world. But the majority of us are from the United States. Now, guys, what do we know? Let's have a little pride in ourselves. What do we know about the USA, baby? We're number one, okay? We're number one. We're the freaking best. You know what we mean by that? We got Apple. We got Microsoft. We got Google. We have Intel. We have NVIDIA. We have, again, ramble off the S&P 500. These are the biggest companies in the world. You know why I could say, hey, guys, the S&P 500 is going to go on up? Because there's no other There's no other country in the world that's even close to what we have as a powerhouse of stock, a powerhouse of corporation, powerhouse as business. We supply the entire world with what they need. Now, yes, you can make an argument. No, well, China does a good job too, for sure. Again, you could have your thoughts about China, if you like them, if you dislike them, if you're into politics, if you're, more of a humanitarian saying, oh, I love China, whatever you want to say about them. You got to respect their economy. Their economy is also insane. Their economy is also booming. Their economy is also, again, they supply, they do a lot of things as well. But when we're talking about who are the two powerhouses of the world, of course, we're going to talk about the United States. And of course, we're going to talk about China. But let's, again, just ignore China here for a moment. We know that the stock market is going to consistently move on up. I know my camera just went down. I'm going to keep on talking anyway, guys. I'm going to keep on talking right now anyway, even though my camera just went down. No worries. Let me, again, keep on explaining this to you. I want you guys to think about this, and I want you guys to understand this right now, is that the S&P 500 will consistently go up over time. There's no way it won't go up. So to be a person that's going to say, oh yeah, get ready for the big drop, what are you trying to nail here? This is like basically if you want to take a look at the last 15 years, and let's say over the last 15 years was a 100% move. You're trying to pinpoint like a 6% drop. 94% of the time, the S&P 500 does consistently go up. So before I even go any farther in this conversation, before I go any farther in this topic, I do want you guys to just clearly realize that betting against the market is 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 an awful idea, because guess what? There's better odds that it moves on up. There's better odds that it continues to move forward. It's like basically saying this, right? Let's imagine there is a high school basketball player playing against LeBron James. How many times would LeBron James win out of 100? Let's just say 98. Maybe again 2 times the kid gets hot, hits a couple 3-pointers, and he wins. Something like that. Maybe that happens. Maybe LeBron gets tired. But the thing is, you have to understand the odds are the market's going to consistently move on up. Now, this is not saying that the market is not due for a pullback soon. I'm saying it will get a pullback. I just don't think in the next year or so. The next year or so, as I already stated, with, of course, cutting rates, with turning the printing machines back on, with, of course, the historical data, the S&P 500 should be able to continuously climb and continue to rip and run. I am not saying it's going to go up another 100 or 25%, but yes, you get little pullbacks, you get climbs, little pullbacks, climbs. These mega pullbacks, I think it's going to be more in 2027. But where did this AI bubble talk come from? This AI bubble talk, ladies and gentlemen, came from when you take a look right here. The S&P 500, this is over 15 years we have this climb. NVIDIA has this climb over the last 2 years. Okay, I can understand why people think some things are overbought. Palantir. Okay, yeah, I can understand why, again, people think things are overbought. NBIS. Okay, I can understand why, again, people think things are overbought, right? TSM. Okay, I can understand why people think some things are overbought. It just comes on down, though, to the pure fact that we do have so much momentum. So many people are investing into these plays that it is going to be extremely tough to be able to slow down this momentum, especially with cheap money on the way. So when we go ahead, let's go, everyone head on over to Foxrunner here. So if you go to Foxrunner, you click the News Alerts tab. Let's scroll on down in the News Alerts tab. And we can actually go on down to, I saw they posted it earlier this morning here, right here. It said Michael Burry is back. Is a 2008 crash right around the corner? So let's read this together. It said Michael Burry is predicting the AI bubble to pop soon. Michael Burry's 13F shows he's betting heavily against AI favorites. 66% of his entire portfolio is in Palantir puts, and another 13.5% is in NVIDIA puts. That's nearly 80% of Cyan Asset Management betting against 2 of the biggest names in AI. So this guy right here, giddy up, giddy up. Give me my horse. Give me my side pistol. Put on again the assless chaps, and I'm riding off to the sunset. Because this guy at this moment goes, Michael Burry, 80% of his portfolio is now doing shorts, or if you want to say puts, against Palantir and NVIDIA. So they're right here, as you guys could see. Top increase this quarter. We used the change in portfolio allocation. This is saying Palantir put, NVIDIA put. That's, again, 66% of his portfolio. Here's another way if you guys want to look at it, just different options. Palantir, NVIDIA, 66%, $912 million betting against Palantir. $186 million betting against NVIDIA. Traders, you can see absolutely everything that you guys want. Now, also, after he put this out, you guys can see that he came out with this yesterday, November 3rd. This was at 4:44 p.m. So 4:44 p.m., November 3rd, that was yesterday. He just tweeted this. You guys can actually go follow Michael Burry if you want to. It's at Michael J. Burry __. That is him. That's the real Michael Burry. And you can see he posted a couple different images. How NVIDIA and OpenAI fuel the AI money machine. So he's basically like just calling this out right now, saying that, like, you know, this isn't even real. Like, everyone's just exchanging money. No one's actually making money. Everyone's just exchanging money over and over and over again. That's what this image is essentially showing right here. No one is actually making money in AI right now. Everyone is just giving each other money. You guys ever see those videos over on like YouTube before where it's like, hey, I'm going to go sell a watch on 47th Street. And they buy a watch and then they sell it for $300. And then that guy grabs a watch and then he sells it on over for $500. And all they're doing is exchanging the money with themselves. It seems like nonstop. Same exact thing if you ever seen like a Pokemon card on your YouTube shorts, or again, a sneaker video on your YouTube shorts, or whatever. It's just like a lot of times it's the same people over and over and over again, just exchanging money with each other. So it's not like they're actually even making any money. They're just exchanging money with each other, you know, every single video. That's almost the idea of what we have right here when we're talking about like NVIDIA and such. We're seeing all of these plays just exchange money with each other. That doesn't mean you're making money. That means we're just floating things around. U.S. tech cap growth is matching the tech bubble of 1990, 2000. But again, I agree. I agree that there will be a big pullback in the future. I just think we're a year too early. That's it. So again, am I disagreeing with Michael Burry? I am not disagreeing with Michael Burry in any sort of way. Do I think there could be a big pullback? Do I think there could be a big crash? Do I think, again, we could easily see dropping and fading and falling? The answer is 100%. I agree with that in every single way. But I want to make sure that we understand, of course, where we are currently at and what we're focusing on. Now, let's also, again, think about something else here. Let me go back to yesterday, because yesterday, Fox Runner posted something really good as well. And I do want to find it right here. This is one of the things I wanted to look at. I think this is it. So this was yesterday over on Fox Runner. If you guys take a look at it, it says Big Tech Cap X is surging. This is one of the big issues with, you know, the AI bubble right now. One of the big issues with the AI bubble is the pure fact that we have what? Look how much money is being spent on Amazon, Meta, Google, Microsoft. We had reached a record in quarter 3 of $112 billion. Their spending has doubled since quarter 1 and tripled since quarter 2. Guys, the money that is being spent on AI is doubling, tripling, could be quadrupling coming up here in the near future. If we have so much money being spent on AI, where the heck is the return? Like, where's the... Yes, I see ChatGPT. Very fun, very cool. Hey, ChatGPT, what's my favorite color? Oh, it's blue. Oh, how did you know that? That's amazing. But how are we spending $112 billion? Right? How are we spending $112 billion on AI? Are these companies really making over $112 billion? I don't know if they are. And the thing is, if we're spending this much money and not actually getting a return from it, right? That's kind of crazy to be thinking about, right? Guys, I'm gonna put on a new battery real quick. Give me a second here. So I'm just gonna plug in this new battery and we'll be all set, ready to go. They'll give us a little bit of time here. All right, we are good right here, traders. Oh, we are so good. So I wanted to change the battery real quickly right here because I wanted I want you guys to be able to see. I want you guys to be able to see me, feel me, right? I want to feel you. Right now, we are all good. Now, what else is very interesting about this? So if we take a little recap right now, traders, let's just take a little recap at this moment. Number one, we do have the fact that Michael Burry is shorting it. Someone who's very credible, shorting the AI bubble. Now, we know that AI has been getting a little too crazy. We're talking about blue chip plays going on 500% moves over the last, again, year and a half. I mean, guys, if we want to really get down to the brass tacks right here, you can't deny the numbers. A good, strong move throughout a year would be like 20%, right? If a stock moves 20 to 30%, that's a great, strong move. So far, in the last 1 year, NVIDIA has moved 52%. In the last 5 years, NVIDIA has moved 1,300%. Okay, we might be getting a little, like, insane here, right? Same exact thing when you take a look over on Palantir. Palantir, year to date, is up 175%. In the last 1 year, it's moved up 400%. NBIS is a data center stock, as we know. Data center play. Year to date, the stock's up 294%. Over the last 1 year, it's up 480%. We are having a lot of plays that is like, guys, are we truly in just one of the greatest generational wealth money making times that we have ever seen, where if you just continuously buy an AI stock, you're going to make money? But I know, again, what's the hardest thing as an investor is, again, fighting your knowledge, fighting your common sense. Deck, I don't know if I should be buying a stock that's up 400%. And again, guess what? The next year it goes up another 300%, and then you feel bad you miss out. And then a stock goes up another 200%, and then you feel bad it misses out. So we have right now Michael Burry going against Palantir, going against NVIDIA. Michael Burry basically taking 80% of his entire portfolio, 80% of his wealth management company, going against the most popular AI plays. That's a little bit scary. That's a little bit nerve-wracking. On top of that, we know how much that these have spiked on up, so it makes sense that these are fading and falling. But we do know overall that these companies are continuously spending insane amount of money, $112 billion, triple of what we saw in quarter one, in such a short period of time. Now, this is where the real fear comes on in. And I posted this yesterday. I got this off Fox Runner here, and then I posted it over on my Twitter. And then this started going viral a little bit. And the reason why it started going viral is because Goldman Sachs came out with this article. Goldman Sachs came out with a report summarizing the future of AI and which jobs would be in trouble. If you work in one of these fields, you have a great chance, or let's say a higher exposure, of being let go, aka you're fired, because AI is being replaced your job. Now, if you are disposable, guess what? AI could take over it. Now, team, we know, I know it's sad, but we know corporations, they're greedy. We know the board of directors, the CEO, these, again, higher ups, they want to make as much money as they possibly can. And if they are paying you $100,000 and they're paying 10 other people $100,000, and now AI could be able to replace your job, and now we can make $1 million in profit by not having you, hey, guess what? A lot of these corporations are going to do that. So you could see here's an entire list of the jobs that are the highest risk of exposure due to artificial intelligence taking on over. And it really comes on down to anything that has to do with on the web. This has to do with accounting, Excel. If you have to do with translations, if you have to do with technology, if you have to do with, if you're sitting inside of a cubicle on a computer, writing business plans, writing different whatever, AI could probably do it quicker, faster, and is more affordable. That's what scares people. Because what if we get to the point where all of a sudden CEOs, board of directors said, hey, we have 15,000 employees. And you know what? AI could honestly do any of this. Yeah, we could be able to save about $22 million a year if we just fire everyone and we just do it all for AI, and then we can keep the profits. What are the odds that they say, yeah, let's do that? Could there be, in the next 2 to 3 years, a major drop in employment? Could there, or an extreme high rise in unemployment? Because as of now, the safest people that have no exposure to AI in any sort of way are going to be people that work hard labor or people that work trades. We're talking about engineers. We are talking about electricians, not engineers, excuse me, electricians. We're talking about plumbers. We're talking about mechanics, people that actually get their hands in there, the nitty gritty with the labor. Because AI has to do with technology. I can't just all of a sudden say, hey, AI, fix my car. Hey, AI, again, my sink, the water's getting backed up. Hey, AI, I need help, with construction. Sure, you can maybe get a plan, but you still always need someone to come out and do it. So the jobs that are the safest are hard labor. The jobs that are, again, most exposure is anything that's online. And that's a pretty scary thought. So could we be seeing AI in the next few years take over, right? And that's going to be very nerve-wracking. But we're seeing all these companies invest. So really the major storm that Michael Burry is seeing right now, I'm just going to be straight up and honest with you. The major storm that Michael Burry is seeing is, number one, if AI continues on the path that we're on, we are going to see a massive unemployment. Unemployment like we have never seen it before in the country. Number two is that these companies are spending billions. We have tripled our AI expenditure over the last 2 quarters, and we actually don't have any profits from it. Number three is that AI right here is obviously extremely overbought. We have been seeing way too many plays go on massive rips and runs up 400, 500% with, as we said before, without actually having a profit in return, but hopes we see a profit in the future. And number five is that even with the major companies here, they're almost just moving money around from one person to another. So is it scary? Could we be seeing a nice drop and a nice move and a nice crash? 100%. But we can also think about the pros. The pros are that the S&P 500 will always have big pullbacks at times. We will have dot-com bubbles. We will have 2008 crashes. We will have 2020 random global events that happen that we have no control of. And there will be most likely an AI pullback in the future. We had a tariff fear pullback. There will be drops. But every single time, it has always recovered. And every single time, the S&P 500 has moved on up. And every single time, we have consistently seen the SPY grow more and more. Hey, I wish I bought back in 2007, right before the 2008 crash, because the S&P 500 is up like 500% since then. I wish I bought back in 2018 before they dump. I wish I bought back in 2020 before, again, the sell-off. You might say, Dek, why would you want to buy in right before the sell-off? Because again, 3, 4, 5 years later, it is up way higher than what we could ever imagine. The thing is, the S&P 500 is going to go up to like $900, and then we'll have a stock split, and then it'll be back on down to 100, and then we'll do the same process over and over again. And then again, in the next 40 years, you'll have so much money in your bank account. That's the thing. It's very tough to be like, I know right now there are probably some people that are probably going to be saying to themselves, I'm going to try to time this. I'm not going to start a retirement account yet. I'm going to wait until the AI bubble pops. And then guess what? That's when I'll enter my retirement account. It could be, again, we go up to 690. We go up to 700. We go up to 710. We go up to 720. The AI bubble pops. We fall back down to 680. And then again, we move back on up. It's the same exact thing if you just bought in right now. You know what I mean? So I will tell you probably the biggest mistake that I've learned in my stock trading career, especially again when it comes on down to compounding plays, is I wish in every single way I started my retirement account earlier. And I say this often, and again, I'm 32. I started it when I was like 28, 27, somewhere in that range, and I already have a good amount of money saved up in my retirement account, and that's absolutely fantastic and absolutely awesome. But I wish I started when I was 20. I wish I got in the markets when I was 2016, 2015, as in like, let's just put money away. But you know what? I didn't. I traded, I made money, I made some dumb purchases, I bought this car, I bought that car. I wish I just put it into retirement accounts, because the thing is, that's safer. That's going to give me a secure peace of mind for the rest of my life, So it's never too late, and it's never a bad time to throw in money into a retirement account. I want every single person to understand that. I want you guys to know, of course, my thoughts. And I want to go over, at least starting off this live stream right here, a full in-depth talk about Michael Burry, his position, and at least get every single person on that right side. Does that make sense, everyone? So, traders, is everyone understanding the AI bubble? Why Michael Burry started shorting, what Michael Burry is shorting, and of course, what we could expect in the near future, the pros and the cons. Am I making myself perfectly clear? I am not trying to be around the bush at all. He's doing it because of XYZ. At the same time, I think the market can still hold up for XYZ. I do think the market's going to crash, but I think it's going to crash in 2027, not 2026. We're cutting rates right now. We're turning the printing machines on. And of course, we're cutting rates next to 2% record highs. Historically speaking, that has never again led to a dump Trump in our lives. So I think Michael Burry's a great investor. I just think he's about a year and a half early. I think right now it's 1999, getting ready for the 2001 .com bubble. So I do think you're safe. I think you're fine. Am I going to be selling any of my long-term investments in Palantir? No. Am I going to be selling my long-term investments in NVIDIA? No, I won't. And I won't be in any way. So just want to throw that out there for every single person. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed that talk, if you guys enjoyed that speech, if you guys enjoyed that breakdown, all I ask is for one thing. Smash that thumbs on up, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys haven't. Love being here with you guys every single day, and I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. So, right now, do we have anything going crazy? Well, really what it comes on down to is I do expect there to be a little fear today. I feel like, again, right now at this moment, there's a little fear in the air. Don't you guys feel like that? I feel like, again, like right now, people are getting a little nervous. I feel like there's a little fear in the air right now. I feel like people are saying to themselves, like, ugh, are we going to be getting like, what's going to happen here? So, traders, I might actually be thinking about doing as you guys know, I'm a funded trader over on One Stop Prop Firm here, $100,000 account. I'm actually thinking about going after the S&P 500, SPY here, and maybe, again, doing some puts over on this play and saying, you know what, let's go ahead and just kind of ride this fear on out. So I'm actually going to jump in on this, and I'm going to allow this to kind of do what it wants. I do think, again, today could be a day that we do get a nice fade, nice drop, and nice fall on this. And that's simply enough just because I think the S&P 500 is going to be able to kind of ride this fear. It seems like, again, a lot of people are nervous about artificial intelligence right now. Nervous after Michael Burry, started shorting, and also nervous after Palantir didn't do as well as people wanted on its earnings report. So it's like, all right, hey, hold on a second. Palantir's not going crazy after its earnings? No. Oh, well, hold on a second. Michael Burry's starting to short his position? Yeah. Oh, hold on. Wait. So again, I do feel like there's some things that, we got to be careful on and, make sure that we're fully aware. I am going to do a small short, though, over on the S&P 500 and over on One Stop Prop, so that we're all set, ready to go. But I am live in that. I'll keep you guys updated over there, watching for the S&P 500 to continuously drop and continuously fade. So let's see, again, how much the SPY can be able to drop. Dek, is there anything going ballistic right now? EVOK, no. MSPR, no. SCNX, no. CAPT, no. RDHL, a little bit of a pop. Again, this is a smaller guy. 122 up towards around 160 over on RDHL. 4 minutes ago, RDHL did just come out with a press release, guys. Taking a look at this moment over on Fox Runner, it is saying RDHL did just announce a $10.5 million New York Supreme Court judgment win. So we are getting a little bit of hype over on RDHL. Did just come out with a 4 minute ago press release. And that's the way, again, I teach. That's the way I trade. That's the way, again, I want you guys to always be able to understand every single aspect of stock trading. When it comes down to stock trading in every single way, you must understand it doesn't matter if it's a penny stock. It doesn't matter if it's a mid cap, a blue cap, or blue chip. It doesn't matter if it's Michael Burry. Stocks move because people buy them. I don't care if you're talking about people as you and me. I don't care if you're talking about people as institutions and hedge funds, but news leads to people buying things. If you do not know the news, hey, Dek, Michael Burry's shorting this. Again, you're going in blind. Hey, Dek, I didn't know RDHL just came out with a $10.5 million New York Supreme Court. This is why, just a little heads up for every single person, this is why being able to have a news scanner is, I think, the most important tool in stock trading. It is. Because the thing is, every single day, you wake on up and you ask yourself, okay, what's happening with these plays? What's happening with these stocks? What's happening with these breakouts? Like, for instance, right here, right? You can see SCNX comes out with a press release, right? SCNX is a good press release. It came out at 8 o'clock this morning. SCNX, guess what happens? Stock comes out with a press release. Now, again, it gives you a reason to buy. The stock goes on a very nice spike. Stock goes on a very nice rip and run. If you have, again, Fox Runner or a news scanner, you could be able to see exactly what you need to see, right? You exactly know, hey, this stock's going on this breakout for a reason, or this spike, or this pop. EVOK this morning. EVOK came out at 7 o'clock, talks about a definitive agreement to be acquired at $11 per share. So EVOK comes out at 7 o'clock, has it again, $11 per share. EVOK goes on a very big rip and run and obviously shoots all the way up towards around $11 per share. So again, the thing is, if you do not know the news, you're just trading blindly, hoping, again, you figure out what's going on. That's the biggest issue. And that's what you need to understand. News is everything. Being in the know is absolute everything in the stock market. You got to know what's going on. You got to have an idea. You got to be able to be first, right? So that's the most important thing about today, or in stock trading in general. You got to be able to be first here, guys. So make sure that you guys are first. Make sure you guys are all set. Make sure you guys are all ready to rock and roll. And make sure you guys are all good. Again, I will always promote over on Fox Runner. Fox Runner, that is where I get all my news. That's how I post. If you guys see me on Twitter or X or wherever, that's how I'm posting everything right away. So I post everything right away because I get it on Fox Runner all in real time. So that's all real-time data, real-time alerts, real-time trades. You guys can put the word Foxy for 30% off. And you guys do get a free 30-day pass. All right, here. Let's make sure that we are all good, ready to rock and roll. MSPR still trying to spike on up a little bit. Palantir here still falling. How's the S&P 500? S&P 500 still getting a little bit weaker here. Right now, again, I'm basically sitting even, barely anything right now at this moment. Traders, before we do go any farther on this day, though, I do want every single person to just be aware, as you guys know, what is going on starting today. Starting today, we do have the ultimate bundle kicking things on off. And you might say, Dek, what is that? Again, the ultimate bundle, for anyone who does not know, is Cobra. My broker here, Cobra Brokerage, they are setting up a bundle, which is live right now, where you guys get free trade ideas. You guys see all the colors on my screen? You get all those for free. Free Fox Runner, the new scanner we just went over. Free DOS platform for your charting, and free commissions the rest of the year. So the thing is, if you want free trade ideas, free Fox Runner, free level 2, free DOS platform, and not have to pay a single dollar for commissions for the rest of the year, Cobra right now is doing a big discount or a big bundle package. So make sure, again, you guys go check that on out. You guys can go on over and get yourself. So I will post the link for that right now as well so that you guys are all ready to rock and roll. But again, shout out to Cobra for doing this. Again, I had a meeting with them the other week and they were like, Sean, what would help, be able to bring people on over? And I said, just give everything away for free. And they were like, all right, let's do it. So if you guys, again, have not, here is the bundle. Every single person should go sign up with Cobra right now. There's no reason not to. If you want free trade ideas, free Fox Runner, free scanners, free DOS platform, and not have to pay a single dollar for commissions, every single person, this should get 20,000 signups today. It's literally Cobra paying for all your stuff for, again, the next 2 months straight. So again, go hit up Cobra, hit up their support box and say Sean Dekmar sent you. You will then get the bundle. All right? So go after, get the bundle package. You guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. You guys can also just click this link right here. This will, again, not say the bundle just yet. But if you guys sign up there under this link, you will get the bundle. So if you sign up under that link, you will get the bundle. Little heads up. You guys will be all ready to rock and roll. Go take advantage of that. I only say it because I don't get anything even from this. I only get so passionate about this type of stuff because I work hard to try to help you guys for free. I think about the fact that when I first started stock trading, guys, I hated how I had to pay so much money for anything. So this is not Tradecaster included or anything like that. These are, again, I try to literally call companies, be like, what can you guys give my members for free? What can we hook them up with, right? And I just hate when people miss out. I hate when people, again, be like, I don't know if I want to do that. I can't help you if you don't want everything for free. So let's get ready to go next. S&P 500, little bit of a bounce. Again, I'm not too big on this play right here. This is the S&P 500. Dek, where would you have your S&P 500 stop loss? S&P 500 stop loss would be at around the price of 765.85. Basically, if, again, the S&P 500 ever started going through this top area, that's where I would 100% get out of this play because it just wouldn't be worth my time. Now, little heads on up, this is a prop account. Prop account, I am funded. They give me $100,000. I get to trade whatever I make. I get a 90-10 split. I keep 90% of whatever I keep or whatever I make. Right now, it's not really doing exactly what I want. Again, I am going to just say 675, 676.75. I will get out of this play. I won't allow it to break resistance and possibly pop back on up. I don't want to allow that to happen. I'll wait for it to turn back around and start getting weaker. So I'm going to close that out right now. I'm going to close that position right now, guys. Going to get out of that position. Just not doing exactly what I want. And again, going to move on from it. Dek, any sort of like, let's go with a live trading play though. Let's get towards again some real money live trading. You guys ready to make a live trade? You guys want to do that? Hey, let's do it together. So biggest thing that we have to do is let's figure out what is going to be the best play of today. Let's try to find the most active, the most hot stock. We do have a little bit of DZZ love. You guys see DZZ, $6 up towards, again, $9, back on down. Starting to get a little bit of hype here. DZZ, upper shadow gives it back. Upper shadow gives it back. A little bit of DZZ love. Let me just, again, do a quick little scan here. What are the best press releases today? EVOK is the best press release. TCMD. I don't think I'm too familiar with that one. Is that one doing anything right here? TCMD. TCMD, $20 to $24. What was TCMD's press release? $28 price target. Okay. SCNX, that was the little guy today. That was the $1 play. SCNX is back above $1, trying to get a little hype. SCNX does have 110 strong resistance. Not my favorite. TRN, no. Let's go over here real quick. Tuesday's watch list, everything you need to know. So just little heads on up. Palantir, which provides analytic tools, strong performance. Kind of going through. I don't think there's anything going crazy just yet. As of 9 a.m. Eastern time, there is not a go-to stock. The top gainers are EVOK and DEN, both which have pre-selected prices from where they're hovering around to today's trading sessions. Also for volatility, PTLE and SCNX are the two top stocks, while HTZ and NFE are slightly higher in price. Where to focus today? We are putting an emphasis on AI stocks that most are down after Palantir's earnings last night and Michael Burry's public announcement of a short AI position. Okay, so anything else? Uber had a bad earnings. Tesla, China EV sales fall. Palantir's Q3 exceeded, but again, sales drop. Michael Burry short position, as we know. Earnings today. Earnings tonight got what's our big earnings? Do you have any big earnings tonight? Nah, not really. No big earnings tonight. Guys, take a look at this. Google is the only stock to hit a key in every value chain. So again, the four major value chains is applications, foundation models, cloud interference, and accelerated hardware. So Google is the only player to be able to receive and have every single four major values. Application, foundation, cloud, accelerated hardware. These are all some of the top AI companies, little heads on up. And Google's one of, and I know a lot of people don't think this, but Google is one of the top AI plays out at this time, which is why it's kind of gone on this like extremely nice run. I want to see if there's anything else. Nope. Okay. So guys, let's go back over to the scanners and let's just see if there's anything that we absolutely love. Green Day's Deck, did you jump in on your Joby entry yet? Joby, I am not filled over on Joby, but I will say again, I am a big fan of Joby. I really am. Traders, my only issue with Joby is I don't know how long this will take. Like, I will say right now, I like Joby a lot. I do. I like Joby a lot. I think Joby is going to be insane. I think Joby is an amazing play. But at the same time, I do think just Joby could take much longer than we want, much longer than we expect. Right? And I know I showed this yesterday. I'm going to just jump to this one little part here again. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this.
And when do you plan on doing this?
All right, let me go right here, traders. Who remembers this? Again, I only have the 30-second part right here. But if you guys do not know, Joe Rogan had Elon Musk on his podcast 3 days ago. All right, this is where I think is extremely interesting. Extremely interesting. Joe Rogan had Elon Musk on his podcast 3 days ago. And Joe Rogan goes up to him and says, you guys ever doing the Tesla Roadster? It's supposed to be the supercar of Tesla. I know you guys came out with the Cybertruck. Awesome, really cool. But are you guys doing the Tesla Roadster? And listen to what Elon Musk's response is.
Oh, like a 747 in that with the Cybertruck is an insanely it is alien technology. Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me get this.
Because it shouldn't be possible to be that big and that
So just listen, when we get here. It's about 2 minutes long, goes over everything.
cheetah.
Yeah, because it's 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's enormous. What does it
Yes.
weigh? Like 7,000 pounds?
Yeah, this is different configurations, but it's about that. It's a beast.
Yeah.
So and it's got 4-wheel steering. So the rear wheel steer too. So it's got a very tight turning radius.
Yeah, we noticed that when we
Yeah.
drove one to Starbase.
Yeah, very tight turning radius.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Yeah.
Are you still doing the Roadster
Here it is. Listen to this. Listen to this.
eventually?
Oh, he's getting a little giddy.
We're getting close to demonstrating the prototype.
Like how
And I
close?
think this will be. One thing I can guarantee is that this product demo will
Guarantee.
be unforgettable.
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 How so?
Unforgettable.
Whether it's good or bad, it will be unforgettable.
Can you say more? What do you mean?
Well, my friend Peter Thiel, once reflected that the future was supposed to have flying cars, but we don't have flying cars.
So you're going to be able to fly?
Well, I mean,
What the fuck does that mean?
I think if Peter wants a flying car, he should be able to buy one.
So are you actively considering making an electric flying car? Is this like a real thing?
Well, we have to see in the
In the
when we do
demo.
it, yeah.
Come
So
on,
when you do
Elon.
this,
What are we doing here?
Are you going to have a retractable wing? Like, what is the idea behind this? Don't be sly. Come on.
Don't be sly.
I can't do the unveil before the unveil, but
Tell
Tell
us.
me off air then.
Tell me.
Look, I think it has a shot at being the most memorable product unveil ever.
Woo!
It has a shot.
Woo!
And when do you plan on doing this? What's the goal?
Hopefully before the end of the year.
Really?
Within
Before
the
the end
next
of this
60
year?
days.
This is, we're
Yeah,
almost
like in a couple
November
months.
1st.
Hopefully in a couple months. We need to make sure that it works.
Time out.
Like this is
That sounds like that's a lot farther away than 2 months, though. I didn't pick up on that one before. Hey, let's just recap this for a second. You doing the Tesla Roadster? Yeah, we're going to be doing it. I think we should have flying cars. Wait, you're going to have flying cars? I think we probably should, shouldn't we? That's, again, what the future is all about. Well, when are you going to do it? Probably in 2 months. We just got to see if it works first. Okay. All right. Maybe we're getting a little too crazy here, Elon. But I don't know. I can't doubt you. Yeah. Maybe we'll see what we get.
Technology we got in this car. Crazy technology. Crazy.
So different than what was previously announced, and
Yes.
is that why you haven't released it yet? Because you keep fucking with it?
It has crazy technology.
Okay.
It is.
So, what does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, like what does that mean for us? So, I was talking about this with our members on Tradecaster yesterday. But what I really think, that we could see is that let's just think of the biggest bull case possible. What's the biggest bull case possible? Let's imagine, everyone close your eyes right here. All of a sudden, let's go with December 15th. Elon Musk says we're going to be having a presentation. All of a sudden at this presentation, he comes out on stage and he goes, we would like to present to you the brand new 2026 Tesla Roadster. A curtain opens on up. It reveals nothing. Everyone goes, where is it? And Elon Musk says, look up. Just some guy again flying around a flying car. I don't know how it works. But all of a sudden, everyone starts saying to themselves, wow, this is insane. We just had the biggest technology, actual product reveal that Elon Musk is telling us. Is it these brand new electric flying planes, these electric flying cars? We know, guess what's going on right here? We got Joby. Joby is one of these brand new eVTOLs, these new electric flying vehicles, essentially. where it's not based off gas. It's a helicopter / plane based off of an electric battery. So maybe we start seeing this, or maybe we start seeing Archer, right? Archer Aviation. That one starts going crazy. That starts getting a little bit of hype. That starts getting a little bit wild. This is more like military based, like, as you guys could see, where we have Archer. We have this type of, new technology coming through where it's the new form of aviation. Could Elon Musk again all of a sudden turn people into this brand new form of aviation? You guys could head on over towards, again, YouTube right now. All right, you guys can type in again the Jetson 1. Jetson 1. You can go ahead and go buy one right now if you wanted to. Jetson 1's pretty sick. If you guys haven't seen it before, Jetson 1, you and your buddies all are hanging out, flying around, having a good time. Take a look over here. Saying, woo! Woo! Just fly around. Let's just get our little flying little chopper cars. Have a good time. Take a look at this guy over here. Look at this hero. Just a little heads on up. You can go buy these right now for $100,000. They cost about $110,000. You don't need a pilot's license at all. No pilot's license needed. You just buy one, go through the class to learn how to fly it. See ya. See ya, babe. I'm going to go get the groceries. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Now you're out of there. Throw on some AirPods. Listen to a little bit of, Uzi. Maybe a little Kodak Black. You're just throwing it in right now. And you're just chilling. What would you guys do? All of a sudden you're driving. You look up and there's just some weird guy in his weird little flying drone car. Flying in the air right around you. And then finally, again, you come and you land at, Ralph's. You land at Walmart. And you're like, all right, that's what I would do. I would just take this all the time to go get groceries. Land in the middle of the parking lot. But, that technology is here. But as you guys know, what do I think? What have I talked about so many times already in the past? I don't care if it's this technology, where all of a sudden we have flying cars / planes / helicopters, or if it's just drones for warfare, or if it's, electric cars. All of it runs off of batteries, right? Every single one of them. So every single one of them runs off batteries. AMPX is the world's strongest battery. So it's the world's strongest lithium cell. The average battery goes 2 hours. This battery goes 3 hours and 40 minutes. What if that's for, again, a car? A car, instead of charging, let's say, once a day, you can charge once a month. Imagine, again, that little Jetson 1. Instead of only 20 minutes of flight time, you have 2 hours of flight time. Imagine for drones. Let's say, again, you could fly a drone. I don't know how far, drones can fly. Let's just say 40 minutes. And now you have, again, 2 hours. This is big for the battlefield. This is big for war. This is big for a lot. You guys can see right here, Ampere Secure's repeat $35 million purchase program for, again, what we have, these military drones. So AMPX is one of, as you guys know, my long-term investment right now. I am in on AMPX at the price of $12.60. $12.60 I am currently in on over on AMPX with 500 shares at this time. That's, again, something I just want you guys to be fully aware of and on top of at this moment. So, keep giving you guys some feedback here. PTLE, MSPR. Come on, Penny Stock World. Give us the hype. Come on, Penny Stock World. Give us the momentum. Come on, baby. Right now, team, we are all set, ready to go. All right, here, traders. At this moment, 9:58 in the market. 9:58 in the market right now. Do not force. Do not put yourself in a position to lose. HTZ starting to get a little bit of hype. Guys, HTZ slow and steady. I did see this morning, heads on up for every single person. There was a press release over on HTZ here. And what that press release was I believe they just had an earnings report, right? Was that it? Yeah, HTZ drives record utilization and returns to EPS probability. Does anyone remember about, this was probably 4 years ago, HTZ on that massive short squeeze? This might have been before 2021, maybe. I think it might have been. It was before, I think it was right around the same GameStop was happening, where HTZ had a very big short squeeze. Let's go back into its history. I remember Hertz had a very big rip and run. I'm going to say it was like 2021. It was like less than $1 and went insane. Let's see. I'm usually pretty good with this. Yeah, what do we have? It was down towards 90 cents and it squeezed up towards $27. Is that correct? Or actually, it was this one. Excuse me. It was down here. It was this play. It went from 30 cents and squeezed up towards, I think, $7. And I just remember vividly this spike. 30 cents to $7. That's kind of like a Beyond Meat type of move. BYND, that just did something very similar. BYND went from around 30 cents and squeezed up to $7. Kind of got a lot of the hype and momentum. Hey, Dek, why are penny stocks slower today? Why are we not seeing any sort of crazy rips and runs and spikes? Well, again, it just comes on down to either, number one, market and kind of sentiment. Market sentiment, what's the thought process of today? Always think about that. Like, what are people focused on today? Right now, people are kind of, I feel like, a little hesitant today. People are a little nervous after seeing Michael Burry short. People are a little nervous after seeing Palantir come out with its earnings and it's not spiking up another $50. People are a little bit more like, okay, I kind of want to see what's going to happen right now. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting out of the market. The S&P 500 so far today, again, had a little bit of a pullback and now starting to move itself back on up, trying to stay alive. S&P 500 trying to climb. Let's see if Palantir's trying to climb. I feel like we're trying to take one step back and try to push ourselves back forward, trying to get ourselves back in the right mindset. We'll see what happens here. AMPX still, again, one we can continue to watch. Joby, obviously, again, a good stock as well for the future. But I haven't even touched anything in the past probably 2 to 3 days. Like I just haven't even touched anything, guys. And the reason why I'm not touching anything is I'm just not seeing anything I absolutely love. So right now, we are watch and wait. And if you guys do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. More than happy to help you guys on out. Dek, can you drop the bundle link again? Yes, no problem whatsoever. Let me post this for you guys. If this link, it will not say the bundle is live. Like, it'll say 50% off, but it is, you are going to get all 100. You can even verify with Cobra's chat as well. So I just posted that link. I'll post it again. Dek, if I have trade ideas in Fox Center, are they going to refund me? No, they're going to pay for the next 2 months, I assume. So it'll be paying for the next 2 months. But yes, that is all right here. 2 months free commission, 2 free months of DOS, 2 free months of trade ideas, 2 free months of Fox Runner. So you get all that for free until the end of the year. All you got to do is sign up to Cobra, guys. I love Cobra. I will always, again, rep them. They have been absolutely so nice, so fantastic to me. PTLE, DZZ, CAPT right now. Come on, let's get that next spike. Let's get that next rip. Let's see if we get something. 10:02 in the markets here, traders. 10:02. Went to full detail about Burry today. SPY still grinding a little bit. Let the SPY keep moving on up here. Nothing wrong with the S&P 500 continuously climb. Matt, Marty, Deck, do we get half price on commission so the rest of the trading days up to 2 months? Yep. So again, that's always a fact. You know, if you guys sign up through me, you guys will get half price off trading commissions after the 2 free months of commissions forever. So yep, you'll be all set. Guys, let's get ready to go here. Come on now. Come on now, baby. Come on! Give me something! Wake me up, market! Wake me up! I might just play a little crazy game. Let's print this board on out. Let's put it on a wall. Let's close our eyes. Let's throw a dart and let's buy it. Isn't that how the best investors invest? Isn't that how the best investors get their best place? They, again, close their eyes. They print out a chart of, again, all Wilshire 5000. They just throw a dart and they say, that's it. That's the one. EVOK, PTLE, MSPR, DZZ, CAPT. Let's, again, taking a look, guys. Take a look at all the top gainers together. Let's go back to a little bit of a larger time frame so we can see the entirety of the day. EVOK, the number one top gainer on the morning. Do we need this play? The answer is no. PTLE has gone from 25 cents up towards around 40 cents. Stock is, again, slowly working itself on up. Not my favorite. MSPR right here. MSPR has gone from 50 cents up towards around 80 cents. MSPR right here. Again, little tiny doji star in the daily chart. Just not really my favorite. CAPT, stock has gone from 50 cents, spiked on up to 75 cents, back on down to 55 cents, starting to get a little bit of hype. CAPT, issue is these big long upper shadows. These big long upper shadows, as you guys can tell, usually spike gives it all back. Spike usually gives it all back. Spike usually gives it all on back. When you see large upper shadows, it's usually an indication that you are going to see a reversal coming up in the future. DZZ, stock has gone from $5, spiked up towards around $9. A little pullback right here. MAMK, stock is slowly starting to grind. Stock has gone on some crazy action in the past before. MAMK, maybe something we want to keep on the back burner right now. KXIN, SAGT, TBI, CMBM. All right, so I don't see anything just yet here. Let me just go through some social media, make sure. And remember, team, I mean, we have, you know, our community, the traders here, the people that are watching on YouTube, myself, the scanners that we have. We don't miss plays. It's like, the thing is, when you're here, when you're trading with me, like I trade with you guys, and you guys, what I teach you how to find all the best plays. If that's by using our scanners or, again, whatever you guys use, or, again, of course, you know, me being able to alert you. If there's a play that's about to spike 50, 100, 200%, it never slips by us. There's always going to be at least one person out of the 1,000 people that are going to say, hey, Deck, this one's starting to move. So we know if we have to search this hard for a possible play, there just might not be a super hot mover right now. And that's absolutely A-okay. Right now, as you guys can see, MAMK is trying to get a little bit of action. MAMK just crossed on up towards that 40% mark. Last press release that came on out was 3 days ago on its earnings report. 3 days ago, came out with its earnings report. MAMK. This one looks like it's gapping up, though. Dek, can we short MAMK? Let's go ahead, check it on out. So all you guys got to do to be able to short, go over towards, again, the Cobra short locate. Type in MAMK. Shares. Let's say, again, Dek, how many shares you want to short? 3,000. Locate shares, 3,000. Inquire, 3,000. It's there. Locate lowest. Click cancel. You'll get the lowest amount. It costs $2.40 to locate shares. So if you wanted to short shares over on MAMK, it costs $2.40 to be able to bet against this company. Very simple. Very straightforward. MAMK. This one's going to get unhalted supposedly at around the price of $2.50. Dek, do you think that would be worth a nice short? I definitely think it could be, right? Definitely could be worth a short. Let's go ahead and see if we can locate these. Locate, cancel. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to get 3,000 shares on the short side over on MAMK. And I want to see. MAMK. Could the stock be able to go up a little bit higher? How high do you think MAMK can get up to? I mean, Dek, could this open on up, spike up to 10, spike up towards 11, spike up to 12? I would say play this very smart. Let's wait. I will say some people are going to start shorting this play at around like $8.75, at around $10. I would wait until maybe 11 just to be smart today. Maybe, again, something gets a little too carried away. Maybe something starts spiking. I would like to be able to short from, again, like $11.50 up towards like $12. That's where I would like to short. But I know the majority of people are going to say, it's not going to get that high. The majority of people are going to say $8.75, $9.50, $10. That's where the majority of shorters are going to move in little heads on up. All right, here, traders. We should be all good. Let's see what happens in the next 55 seconds here. MAMK. See if we get a little life. See if we get a little action. See if we get a little momentum. Dek, don't you think MAMK's volume is too low? Yeah, the volume's very low right now. That's why I wouldn't wait. That's why I'd wait until it gets, potential spike up towards like $11. Right now, I'm going to be frank with you. We're searching hard to be able to try to force a trade. So, like, I'm basically telling you right now, I'm sitting back. I'm kind of waiting and watching. I want to see what we get over on MAMK. I want to see if, like, anything happens on this play. Hopefully, it could open on up and start going crazy. Like, let's see. 3, 2, 1, MAMK. Let's see if this thing can open. It might just open and dump, though. I mean, it has an 80-cent spread. Stock's kind of ridiculous, guys. An 80-cent spread at this moment. We have a 730 bid right now with a 780, so it's like 50-cent spread. Could there be a chance that this just pops $8 and squeezes a little bit? I think so. And that's why, again, I would wait till like $11. And you're like, oh, Dek, well, you paid for shorts. Again, I spent $2. $2, guys. That's all right. I'm willing to spend $2 to look for short locates. I'm okay with that. But nope, even MAMK starting to crash right back on down. So really, there has not been a play here just yet that has led to big-time spikes, big-time rips, and big-time runs here. Let's have some fun then. Right now here, traders, let's write out a little list. I kind of want to write out a little list then. And I want to ask every single person here and say, all right, let's think about maybe some upcoming trends. What could be like some big upcoming investments that maybe traders like? Let's go ahead and do this, all right? Let's go with right here. And let's just go ahead and see what we can come up with. So everyone right now, what do you think is the next trend? If that's a trend within AI, if that's a trend within artificial intelligence, So let's try to figure this out together here, team. I'm going to give you guys my different thoughts, my different, opportunities, what I think could possibly be coming. I think we all are always trying to look for it. The next big thing, the next big investment, the next big subject, the next big chance to be able to get in early before that 400% spiker. Because I know for a fact every single trader wishes they bought Bitcoin in 2015 before it went on a big time rip and run. I know every single trader wishes they bought Nvidia back in let's say 2022 before this massive rip and run. Everyone wishes they bought Palantir back in early 2024 before the big time rip and run. We wish we bought NBIS back in early 2025 before the big rip and run. So let's take a second here and let's ask ourselves, what could maybe be the next trend that we have? Well, let me type out a few different things already. Well, we know AI is currently the hot trend. Now, is AI just going to stay the hot trend? Is AI going to consistently stay as this is where we want to invest? Well, within AI, we have chips. Now, chips are great. Obviously, when we're talking about chips, we are going to be speaking about Nvidia. When we are speaking about chips, we're going to be speaking about AMD. When we are speaking about chips, we're going to be thinking about who manufactures them. TSM, right? I've talked about TSM, how they actually manufacture the chips and then they send them over to AMD or they send them over towards NVIDIA and they actually program the chips. TSM is the only company. It's like the big bottleneck here. It's the only company in the world that actually produces chips. You might say, well, Dek, Intel can produce chips, but they're not very good at it. It is kind of crazy that the entire AI hype cycle that we have is all coming down to this one company, TSM. If you guys do not know, no one else in the world can create chips. It's only TSM. I know my camera just went down. It's all good. Don't worry. Right here, team. Give me 1 second. So we do have, at this moment, as you guys can see, AI chips. What else do we have here? We have AI, and we also want to be thinking about data centers. AI and data centers. That's going to be absolutely huge. Well, we do know NBIS. That's going to be massive. Taking a look here, let's go with NBIS. That's going to be extremely important. We could also go ahead and take a look at VST. VST, this is one of my long-term investments in my retirement portfolio. That's going to be absolutely insane as well. So we do have NBIS, we do have VST. Those are going to be huge. Let's kind of switch topics here. What about quantum? We know quantum is something that people absolutely love. What are some of those extremely important quantum plays? IONQ, RGTI. We know quantum has to do with QBTS. These are going to be the plays that a lot of people absolutely love. Maybe, again, quantum computing turns into something absolutely amazing and absolutely awesome. I will say quantum has been fading and falling the last few weeks, though. As we got all the way up towards $82, it's now back down to $56. We have been seeing quantum get a little bit weaker, but could this be a dip buying opportunity? So, we also have space and the satellite race. I don't think that's how you spell satellite at all, but this is why we have, again, Word documents. And the space race. What's the space race here, ladies and gentlemen? I love space. I think space is like one of the coolest things in the world. I love looking at stars. I love doing research on space. It's a little bit of a side hobby. Dek, I don't give a fuck. Why you telling me? I'm sorry. Well, anyway, I'm just a little passionate, all right? Let's calm down. Right here, team, what's the space race? What's the satellite race right here? Well, we know that we have SpaceX. SpaceX, no one can touch right now. Right now, SpaceX, no one touches. No one can get near SpaceX in any sort of way. The thing is, we are not really trying to say, like, let's go to Saturn and let's land on a meteor that's made out of diamonds and bring that back. That's not really the space race at this time. The space race, for anyone who does not know, is about setting satellites up into space. So why would we want to do that? Well, every Fortune 500 company is eventually going to want to get their own server. Their own privacy, their own hosting, their own data. And guess what? They're going to have to send their own satellite into space. Now, there's supposed to be a 30% increase in satellites over the next 3 years. We're supposed to be sending rockets up into space with satellites attached, put them into orbit. And people might say, will that get crowded? Is that going to, could we have 30,000 satellites, 50,000 satellites in space? Guys, do you guys not realize how large satellites are? Satellites, I mean, do you not realize how large space is? Space goes forever. It's literally infinite. You can even stay in orbit. And we're talking about like a massive amount of space. Massive amount of space. Let's just think about this here, team. Let's imagine, and this is a much smaller scale. Let's imagine there are only 50,000 cars in the entire world. It would be like kind of still rare to even see a car. That's what we're referring to. So the thing is, space and satellites, we are trying to think about what company can be able to allow businesses, corporations, governments, military to be able to attach satellites to them for cost effective. And again, we know they're going to be able to do the job. We know SpaceX is the #1 leader, but we also know there's Rocket Lab. We also know there's ASTS. ASTS, guys, this is one of the most fan favorites out there. Traders, I told you guys about this in the past as well. Why is ASTS a fan favorite? It's very silly. It's very silly. It's very stupid. And again, if you have a child, you might want to just earmuff them for a second. But if you go over towards Reddit, right? If you go to Reddit, everyone just likes ASTS because, again, it says ass and tits. That's what it is. ASTS. And if you go over to Wall Street Bets, everyone's just yelling, ass and tits, ass and titties, titties and ass. I love ASTS. That's basically why people like this play. They like saying ass and tits. Okay? So that's your investing for the day. All right? That's all people do. They just like saying those two words together over and over and over again. And you can imagine the memes. You can imagine the stories. You can imagine the pictures that people create of a space stock saying those words. That's why I get so much hype. That's why I get so much crazy. Obviously, the best one, though, is a Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab, again, fan favorite. This one, again, pretty cool. Being able to see a $20 stock spike and rip and run all the way up towards around $73. So we do have, again, AI. We do have quantum. We do have space satellites. That could be good. We could be having, again, eVTOLs. eVTOL, guys, which is going to be Joby, right? Joby has partnerships with NVIDIA. We have Joby with partnerships with Uber, right? That's going to be absolutely insane, right? What else can we be thinking about? Well, we could also think about Archer. Archer. These are going to be eVTOLs. This is what we're going to be focusing on with a partnership with Toyota. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty awesome stuff when we're thinking about this right here. So we do have Joby. We do have ARCH, or ACHR, excuse me. Archer. Let's keep moving. What else could we get, guys? Well, we could be thinking about drones. Drone warfare, or as you guys know, batteries. If we're talking about electric vehicles or electric planes or drones, we want to be thinking about batteries. And as we know, my investment, AMPX. This is my stock. This is the one that I'm in right now. So I like AMPX for the long term. This is not a 10-day hold. This is not a 2-day hold. This is for, again, like the next year and a half hold. So AMPX, this is, again, one of those investments that I definitely like, that I definitely want to be looking at, definitely want to be focused on. What am I missing here, traders? We got drones. We got eVTOLs, we got space, we got satellites, we got quantum, we have AI. Is there anything else that I'm blatantly missing that maybe we need to be fully aware of? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the other sectors. I'm starting to kind of run low on the next big thing. The next big thing. Next big thing, guys, I also like this one. Biometrics. Biometrics. We talked about biometrics before here, traders. And what do we have with biometrics? Biometrics is the fact that AI is getting so intense. AI is getting so real. We don't know what is real anymore. If I go on social media, every single video could be AI'd, and I wouldn't know unless there's a watermark or unless it's like just so absurd. The thing is, people getting your biometrics and companies storing your biometrics is going to be massive in the future. For you to be able to have safety and be able to have your identity, biometrics is going to be huge. So what do we have out of that? I went into this yesterday where we have Clear. Clear is when you go to an airport, you scan your face, they scan your eyes, and they say, oh yeah, you are Sean Dekmar. Boom, go again to the next, you're all set. Instead of waiting, as we know, for an hour and a half in security, you wait 5 minutes in the clear line at the airport, and you get to skip through all the security because they know it's you. So you basically trade biometrics for security, trade biometrics for convenience. Well, as we do know, Sam Altman just came out with his own play. Sam Altman came out with ORBS and WorldCoin, where basically these companies now are scanning your face, they scan your fingerprints or corneas, and in return for your biometrics, you get money. What money do you get? You get WorldCoin. So you get WorldCoin here, which is going to be, well, what do we get for giving you our biometrics? Well, we are going to give you basically stock in a cryptocurrency. You are going to get paid. As more people do it, WorldCoin increases. As again, people like it, you can also buy into it and invest into it. So being able to have this AI world where everything can be fake, you want to be able to have your biometrics to prove you are who you are. So again, that's going to be you. That's going to be ORBS, which is again Sam Altman, and you want to be able to have, BBAI, Big Bear AI. That's going to be very big, right? What else do we have here, guys? We're also going to have nuclear. A lot of people say, hey, Dek, nuclear stocks. We have again a big AI problem, don't we? I mean, traders, we talked about this yesterday here. Right? If you guys go over to Fox Runner here, and I know, again, I just get everything from Fox Runner. I know I talk about them all the time. It's just literally I get every single information from Fox Runner. So shout out to, again, Fox Runner team. The data center boom is here. So basically what we have at this moment, for anyone who does not know, is I want to explain this to you in a very easy, simple fashion. What we have at this moment is our current infrastructure sucks. Our current infrastructure is not good. What I mean is we built our electricity, all of the wires that, again, are above our roads, all our, again, power. It's old tech. We are in a time right now where our AI chips are programmed, ready to go, but they cannot operate. They cannot run because we don't have enough power to actually fuel the AI. So it's like we need stronger, more power for it to work. It's like Tony Stark type of stuff. It's like Iron Man type of stuff. It's like, yeah, I made this, but I need more power. I need more power for it to work. That's how our AI is right now. So our entire, again, world right now is going through a major infrastructure change, where they are saying, hey, we got to change our infrastructure to get more power. That's where, again, these data centers come on in. But at the same time here, team, what I want you guys to understand is some people are saying, hey, let's just go to nuclear. Nuclear is the strongest one out there. Let's just do nuclear. And that's why we're seeing some stocks like IREN, right? Or that's actually a data center play. But nuclear plays like Oklo, right? That are saying, hey, OKLO. This play has been doing great because of small modular reactors. We know BWXT. This play has been doing great because, again, it's nuclear power. So we have BWXT, we have Oklo, OKLO. That one's been doing great. Like, those are two very hot plays. We also have, again, robotics, right? Everyone's super excited to make love to their humanoid, right? I get it, right? Again, robotic companies. People are excited. Where, again, do people like? They like, companies like Serve, SCRV. Now, traders, as I've gone over every single one of these, I will tell you right now, right, out of every single one of these, there are going to be more than just these one or two plays that I picked. But I'm just trying to open up that can of worms for you, get you guys thinking a little bit. So very cool. Just wanted to kind of have a fun little, let's think about what could be upcoming. Very cool. Let's think about what we could see. Let's think about, what's right around the corner here. Right now, Serve still watching that one, or MAMK starting to drop itself back on down. Ladies and gentlemen, does anyone have any final questions, comments, or concerns for me? Please let me know. Happy to help you guys on out with anything that you guys need. As I've again repeated multiple times, and as I will repeat multiple times, if you guys have not yet, the bundle is now live. You can get free trade ideas, free Fox Runner, free commissions, free Dash Trader, free what do we have? Free commissions, free DOS, free trade ideas, free Fox Runner. So if you guys have not yet, go ahead, sign up for the bundle. Do not miss the bundle. You guys will be all set, ready to go. I work really hard trying to get you guys these deals. Make sure you take advantage of them. So if you want my broker, the broker that I short every single play with, Cobra, they are the best of the best. Absolutely fantastic broker. You guys can go over to cobratrading.com and again, check them on out if you guys want to do some more research on them. You guys can see they have been awarded Best Online Broker 2022, Best Online Broker 2021, Best Online Broker 2020, Best Online Broker 2025, 2024, 2023. Literally, they win this award every single year. So make sure you guys check them on out. Little heads on up, MAK, starting to get a little spike back on up. Come on now. Again, a little slower in the small cap world, though. Don't you guys think so? Traders, if you also missed it earlier this morning, we did go over the full talk of Michael Burry's position. I know some people might be waking up right now and just joining us, but we went over the full talk of Michael Burry's position. It's a very short summary right now. If you missed it, he has 80% of his firm, 80% of his company shorting Palantir and shorting NVIDIA. So 66% of his portfolio is shorting Palantir. The other 13.5%, he's again shorting NVIDIA. You guys can see he's also bullish on Lululemon. He's bullish on SLM, bullish on this healthcare company. But I mean, imagine having 66%, aka $912 million betting against Palantir. That's kind of crazy, guys. He almost put $1 billion saying Palantir is garbage. Traders, I'm gonna be opposite guy here for a second. I'm gonna go against him here for a moment. Okay? There's one thing I don't like about this. One major thing I don't like about this. Does anyone know what it is? What's the major thing that I would hate? The fact that again they're putting $1 billion against Palantir. Guys, Palantir is probably the #1 company that gets their funds from the government. They have the strongest government ties, military government, people on the people within Congress. They have clients. Don't get me wrong, but they get the majority of their money from the White House. So it's hard for me to be like, hey, let's go ahead and put $1 billion against Palantir when they're essentially funded by the military. And they win every single contract. That's like, it's tough to when you know they're almost having like an infinite money supply right now. Hey, maybe it could change, right? But that's the scary thing you're about to go against. If you're like, oh, Dek, Michael Burry's doing it, I'm doing it. Okay, if Michael Burry's doing it, I'm doing it. Just be understanding that, you're basically saying, hey, the White House is going to cut ties with them. Is that likely? Probably not. Tom V's, where is Cobra Trading located? In Texas. Tejas, baby. Texas. Dallas, Texas. A.K.A. the Windy City. Dallas. The Sunshine State of Texas. Anyone here live in Texas? I've sometimes, again, Zillowed Texas, and I was like, man, do I want to move to Texas? Would I like living in Texas? I think Texas is pretty sick. I feel like everyone who lives in Texas is just some badasses, some cowboys. I would love... Guys, if I moved to Texas, could I just wear a cowboy hat? Like, to like pick up groceries and stuff. Is that acceptable? Can I do that? Because I'll be honest. If I throw on a cowboy hat again in Pennsylvania, people stare at me. I want to be able to fit in. I like that fashion. Let me think about this. Everyone close your eyes here for a second. If I was wearing a cowboy hat, a leather vest with nothing in between, and just assless chaps, would people stare at me? I hope not. Yes, Dek, people would stare at you if you're wearing that outfit. That specific outfit, people would probably look at you differently. Okay, hey, fine. You know what? Not my style anyway. I do like a cowboy hat, though. Raymond! Dek, what made you stop using Lightspeed? It's just the fact that Cobra was better. There was many times that, again, when I was using, the other broker, that, they just didn't have shares for me to short. And when I am focused on shorting, I want to be able to have that. Also, they have the DOS platform. Also, again, they give us 50% off commissions for life. Also, they give us free DOS. So it's just, again, I have bad things to say against Lightspeed. Zero bad things to say. I think they are a great brokerage. I think they, again, can perform, and they have, again, some great things going for them. At the same time, I just think there's different levels to the game. You know what I mean? Like, there's different levels. That's all. But again, I would not bash any other broker. I don't have anything bad to say against other brokers. I just think Cobra's on top of them. I love Pennsylvania though. I don't think I'm ever gonna move out of Pennsylvania. I love it up here. I love fall time. Like right now, if you ever came up to Pennsylvania, the leaves, the smell, the temperature, it's perfect. It's literally perfect up here. The Northeast is the greatest place in the world to live. If you again just circled New Jersey to again, upstate New York down to again to probably Virginia and just came back on up, that Northeast, it's best. You got winter, you got summer, you got spring, you got fall. Once you're tired of one thing, a new thing develops. Hey, I'm tired of the winter. Okay, let's get to spring. Oh, I wish it could warm up. Let's get to the summer. Hey, it's getting a little too hot. Okay, let's go ahead and switch things up and put it on a hoodie. It's perfect. You get everything. Deck Ruby. Hold it up again. Ruby getting a little bit of love. Luby getting a little bit of love. You guys saying no news whatsoever? 80 cents up towards 150 at this moment. So we are getting a little bit of momentum at this time. A little bit of spiking. Let's see what RUBI can be able to do for us. Right now, taking a look over on RUBI. I'm just kind of looking around here. Is there any sort of news or reason or credibility on why this play is going the way it is? Nothing. No news, guys. No news. Just kind of looking around, checking out Fox Runner real quick. RUBI. Yeah, last press release I see was August 19th. All right, so RUBI getting a little bit of hype here. We got 1 minute over on RUBI. Let's see if this one can get any sort of hype. Let's see if this one can get any sort of action. RUBI sitting at that 1 minute area. I'm going to see if this one could be able to squeeze. 30 seconds here, traders. Thank you for everyone tuning in here today. Thanks for everyone tuning in here today. Hope you guys are having fun. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on the notifications. We got a brand new, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but we have, again, part 2 of the trading bootcamp coming on out here today. Basically giving all the secrets out here, traders, not holding anything back. So if you guys type it on Sean Dekmar, you guys can actually see the videos that we have. We came out with a recent video over here. Let me again grab this here. So if you guys go over to Sean Dekmar, you guys can check on out here my most recent video teaching you everything you need to know about becoming a day trader. Part 1. We again do have part 2 coming on out here tonight. So make sure you guys check it on out. If you guys have not yet, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs on up. Make sure you guys watch it. It is going to go over everything that you guys need to become a much better trader. Guys, RUBI opened on up and just came crashing right back on down. Team, seems like this morning is coming on down to an end here. There's just not much volume, and I just do not want to force. Let's keep our eyes peeled over on the S&P 500, see if we can battle back on up. Let's keep our eyes peeled over on AMPX. Let's keep our eyes peeled over on Tesla, on Palantir. Let's just see what we get out of today. So far, the last 2 days have been a little slow, with the majority of gains basically spiking on up and then coming crashing right back on down. Do not force. Do not put yourself in a position to lose. Right now, RUBI is trying to build on up. Keep your eyes peeled on it. I'm not going to be touching it at this moment, but I do just want to say for every single person, every single trader, every single person that has been here with us today, thank you so much. I love you. I, again, have an absolute blast working with you guys every single day. If you guys have not yet, make sure you guys go check out that bundle. Enjoy the bundle. Have some fun. Enjoy it. If you need anything at all, please let me know. We are a team here. We are a squad here. We will continue to work together in every single way. Guys, I love you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, I want to help you guys on out. So please email me at dekmartrades@gmail.com. Also, at the same time, come on over here to Tradecaster. Sign on up. Join our live stream. Be part of our team. Be part of our community. So I just want to drop this over on tradecaster.com over in the YouTube chat. And I just want to say thank you so much, guys. You are fantastic. You guys are amazing. I love you. Help me wrap this thing on up now in 3, 2, 1. Ah! Traders, RUBI, #1 stock to watch. Not going to touch this right now. If we start getting a little too crazy, like too overextended, then for sure, we could definitely jump back on. But right now, RUBI, basically a quick little spike, and it's most likely going to open up and dump from here. So great chance it's going to open on up, dump from here. Don't force. Use your head. Let's see what we get. Did you make money today? Did you make a profit today? Did you come out on top today? I'm the Batman. I got this question the other day. Why are you successful?
So I ball so hard, motherfucker.
$1,000 profit today.
But first niggas gotta find me.
$700.
50 grand to a motherfucker like me. Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy.
$1,000.
Y'all know that don't shit phase. And as we go,
Lock it on up.
too, when I look at you like this shit crazy. Ball so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even pro be here. Ball so hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair.
Who's ready for $1 million year?
You should be asking how to be successful. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.